Hey guys, welcome to the part 3 of sign up using OTP in Django and Django Rest Framework. In this video, we are going to create two new endpoints. One will verify the OTP and then activate the user, and other one will regenerate the OTP. So let's get started. For that, we are going to go to views.py and start importing. So I'm going to do all the imports first itself, and then we'll start by writing the endpoint. So I'm going to first import the date time, then import random. Then after that we are going to import the settings. So from django.conf import settings, then from django.utils import time zone. It is time zone. From rest framework we are going to import status and then view set. Then we are going to import action from rest framework dot decorators import status. It is action. Status we have already imported. Then we are going to import response. So from rest framework dot response import the capital response. Okay, now let's start by creating our endpoint verify OTP. So this will be a patch method, and for that we'll start by creating our decorator, that is action. Detail will be true, that is because I'm going to send the ID from the URL. That's what we are assuming. And methods will be we are going to allow only patch method over here. Then we are going to create our method. So it will be verify OTP and it will be self request pk equal to none. Then in this we since we have a detail equal to true, that means we will have ID in our URL, so we can get the object. So it will be instance equal to self.get object. So now that we have our object in our hand, let's check if user is active or not. If not active, then only we are going to check if OTP is what user has supplied, and if OTP expiry is present, then we are going to check if current time is less than the OTP expiry. So let's create that. That will be if condition. If not, instance.active. So instance.isActive, then and I'm going to check instance. If instance.otp is equal to whatever user has provided, so request.data.get OTP. Then I'm also going to check if there is an expiry present or not, OTP expiry present or not. So instance.otp underscore expiry. If it is present, then let's check if current time is less than that or not. So time zone dot now is less than instance dot OTP expiry. Let me fix the spelling over here. If all these things are valid, then we are going to activate the user. So it will be instance.isActive as true. Then we are going to set the OTP expiry to be none. So I'm going to copy it from here. Instance.otp expiry will be none. So over here we reset the OTP expiry. Then I'm going to reset this. That is instance.maxOTP try will be equal to settings.maxOTP try. So we have specified this in our settings.py. You can see 2 3. So that's what we are going to reset it to. So next time if say user requests for OTP for some reason, or he wants to reactivate his account, then that time also this will be at 3. So that's why we are doing this. And then I'm going to say max out to none. So instance.otp max out, it is OTP max out to none. So this is date time field and we are setting it to none, so that after user has activated, we want to also reset this thing. Then I'm going to do instance.save to save the data, and from here we are going to return response. And what will be the response? What I'll put it as successfully activated verified the user. Then I'm going to send the status as status equal to status.http 200 okay. So this is the status code. Now that if condition is done, let's handle the else condition. But we are not going to specify else over here because it will come outside if any one of this is not valid. So we are going to change the message over here. It will be user active or please enter the correct OTP. Please enter the correct OTP. And status will be 400 bad request. So it is http _400 bad request. So our verify OTP endpoint is ready now. Let's create the generate OTP endpoint. So I'll start by creating our decorator again. Action detail again will be true because I'm again expecting him to send the ID, and methods will be patch again. And we are going to create our method called as regenerate OTP. This will be taking self request, then pk equal to none. In this again we are going to get the instance, so instance will be equal to self.get object. Now I'm going to check whether the max out try of OTPs is 0 and current time is less than max out try or not, because I want to verify whether the user has requested or requested the OTPs 3 times or not. So the condition will be, I'll convert the variable to int because in database it is not int. So max OTP try if max OTP try is equal to 0 and time zone dot now is less than instance dot max it is OTP max out. If this condition is satisfied, that means user has requested max amount of time. So we are going to return bad request. So it will be return a response, and the message I am going to put is max OTP try reached. Try after an hour, because I'm giving the cooldown time to be an hour. Okay, and status will be status dot it is http underscore 400 bad request. This is what the status I'm going to return. If not, that means user has not yet requested the 3 times OTP. So we are going to regenerate a OTP. So OTP will be random dot select rand int, and from 00 actually from 1000 till 9999 select any random integer from here. Then I'm going to set the OTP expiry. This will be time zone dot now plus date time dot time delta, and I'm going to put it for 10 minutes. So minutes will be 10. So that means OTP expiry will be current time plus 10 minutes, and I'm going to decrease 1 from the max OTP try. So max underscore OTP underscore try will be equal to this thing, that is int of instance of max OTP try minus 1, so that it decreases every time. Now I'm going to update the instance data. So instance dot OTP is equal to the new OTP, then instance dot OTP expiry is equal to this OTP expiry, and instance dot max OTP try will be equal to this max OTP try. Let me fix this. Yes. After this I'm going to check whether this max OTP try variable is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, we have to set an hour of cooldown time in this particular variable. So that's what we are going to do now. If max OTP try is equal to 0, that means user has requested the final time OTP, and now we have to set the max OTP OTP max out. So it will be instance dot OTP max out will be equal to time zone dot now plus this thing same, but over here instead of minutes it will be hour, and this will be 1. After this we are going to check if this variable, that is max OTP try, has is -1. If it is -1, that means user has already requested for OTP 3 times and the cooldown time is also achieved, so that's why it might be -1. So that will come in else if. So if this variable is equal to -1, if it is, then we have to reset the instance dot max OTP try to settings dot max let me copy it from here, max OTP try, and in else condition we have to set it to null. So else instance dot OTP max out will be none, that is we are resetting this and then we are going to set this variable, so it will be again equal to max OTP try. After this we are going to save the data, so save the user, save, and over here we will call the send OTP function. So send OTP, and then we are going to return response. Response will be successfully regenerated the new OTP, and status will be 200. So I'm going to quickly copy it from here and paste it. Let me fix all the spellings. Now this is also done. Let me quickly explain what I have done. So in verify OTP, we are expecting detail to true. That is, we are expecting user to send us an ID in the URL, and this is a patch request. So once we have ID in the URL, we can get the user's object. So that's what we have got over here. Then we are checking if user is not active, so that we will not have some glitch in the software. So if user is not active, then we are checking if OTP given by the user is same as the OTP that the model has. And if there is an OTP expiry present, then check if current time is less than the OTP expiry. If that is the case, then we activate the user. We reset the OTP expiry, we reset the max OTP try, and also max out, and save the user and return the success message. Otherwise something must have gone wrong, so that's why we are sending either user is not active, because this is one of the condition, or maybe OTP is incorrect or OTP is expired. So we are sending just please enter the correct OTP with a bad request. Then in regenerate OTP, this is also detail equal to true. That means we are expecting user to send us an ID in the URL patch method. So we are getting because of the detail equal to true and ID being passed in the URL, we can get the object over here. And first we check whether user has reached the maximum OTP tries he was given, and if the current time is less than the max out time, that is cooldown time. If it is not, then we return an error to the user saying that max OTP try is reached, try after an hour. Otherwise we generate a new OTP by using the random function, and then we create new OTP expiry, that is current time plus 10 minutes. So like if it is 5:15 and consider it to be 6, then it will be 6:10. Then we reduce this, so that is max OTP try. So every time it gets reduced, and then we have then we set the data over here, OTP expiry, OTP is equal to OTP, all these things. Then we check if max out max try is reached to 0. If it is, then we have to set the max out time, so that we can check this condition, right? And over here we give cooldown time of 1 hour. Then if it is equal to -1, that means user has requested OTP after an hour, and so we reset this maximum trials user is given. Then otherwise we set the timer to be none, max out time, and we set max OTP try to be this variable itself, and save the user and return him with a successful message. So this is it for this video, guys. In the next video we are going to create this send OTP function and test this project. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video and share. See you in the next one.